Hello dear, it's nice to meet you again, and I hope that you still remember that this YouTube channel has been created by CGT Institute to help the people to learn English as a second language. So for those who haven't subscribed to our channel, would you mind subscribing to our channel? Press the like button and try to share it with your friends so everyone can make use of the contents of the videos. For today, we decided to start with a number of episodes in the way of learning English and to be used in your daily life. And the first series of episodes that we're going to deal with this week and the week after, it's going to be about issues that we can deal with about adjectives in English. Adjectives. Simply speaking, whenever you try to write something, read something, or speak with someone in English, probably you're going to use a number of adjectives in English. So, simply speaking again, what do you mean by the word adjective? Adjective is a part of speech in English. It's a term, it's a word through which we can describe someone or something. For example, if you want to describe this video that you're watching now, you can say, this video is nice. So the word nice is an adjective, is a word you use to describe this video. If you are with your friends and you're hanging out in a cafeteria or in a restaurant and you had something, a coffee for example, you want to give your idea about this coffee. You will say, simply speaking, that the coffee is delicious. Delicious is the adjective that you used to describe your cup of coffee. So I would like you to follow this video again, to watch it carefully, to like it, subscribe with our channel so that you can make use of the other episode that we are going to make within this week. Now, one of the main aspects or one of the main uses of adjectives in English is the comparison, as you can see here on the board. But what I mean by comparison, normally comparison means when you are going to speak about the differences between two entities, two things, two humans, two creators, two entities into your life, to show the main difference or the main differences between these two. Let's have an example. Now here I have a cell phone and this is another cell phone, but they are not the same. They are different. So when you're going to show the difference between these two, it means that you are going to compare. Now, how can I use the adjective in English to compare two things? We have rules. We have specific rules or concepts or ideas. For today's episode, we are going to discuss the first rule. Now, as you can see on the board here, if your adjective consists of one syllable only, so the only thing you're going to do is to add the suffix er to the end of the adjective. Now what I mean by one syllable, it means this adjective has one vowel sound only. When you say it in one movement. Let's have an example. Big. Great. Now the word big is an adjective in English. When you say it, you try to say it with one movement only. Big, because we have only one vowel, which is old. Again, old is an adjective with one syllable because we have one vowel only. O. So it's old. In this case, those adjectives can take the suffix er at the end. As a result, you will have a comparative degree. Older, bigger. Now, you remember I told you before that once you get a new word, it's better to try to use it in a construction, in an example. Okay, let's together try to use bigger or older or something else in a sentence, in an English one. Okay, we can see that, my house is bigger than my friend's. My friend's house. Let's repeat that again. My house is bigger than my friend's house. So the comparative here is bigger. And don't forget, after the comparative degree, you have to use the word than. Why? Because we are comparing two entities or two things. Can I use it with the humans? Sure. How? Let's use, for example, the word older. So if you ask your friend about, his age, when he says that I'm 20 and you're 26, so you are older than your friend. You are older than your friend. Older is the comparative degree. Also, we can see, on the board, that sometimes we can use the suffix er with two-syllable adjectives, but when the last letter of these adjectives is y. Okay, let's have an example here. Now the word easy, if you check the number of the syllables, you find that you have only two, easy, two vowel sounds. So the result is that we have two syllables. Still, we can use the suffix ly because the last letter is y. So when you want to change it into a comparative degree, it will be easier. And don't forget, in this case, you need to change the letter y into I, and then you add the suffix er. Can we put it in an example? Yes, we can. Let's try to put it in an example. We can say, this exercise is easier than the one I did before. Easier than. The last thing I want to tell you also, if you can see that the gap or the difference between the two entities is, too high, we can add the word much before the comparative degree. How? Now, when I speak about two cities, and I want to say that this city is nicer than that city, there is someone who has a different idea. He or she says, no, this city is much nicer than that city. Much nicer than this city, which means that the difference or the gap is too high. So let's together now try to write some examples on the board so you may make use of that. Let's check this example together. Now, I am older than my friend. Now the comparative degree is older, er. Okay, let's write another example. I can say that this exercise is easier than the last one. So you can see that the exercise is easier than. Okay, so using the comparative in English, it is something widely used. So you need to be careful whenever you want to compare two entities in English. And still, we have some other points that we want to discuss, but they will be discussed in the next episode of these videos. So my friends, finally, I don't want to say that, that is everything about the use of adjectives in English. No, it is a part of that. The next part will be discussed with the next episode, with the next video, and we're going to talk about if we have again, two-syllable adjectives, but we don't have the Y at the end. What we're going to do. And also we have the irregular adjectives. So all in all, I hope that you made use of the content of today's video. And as we promised you before, CGT Institute created this video channel on the YouTube to support those who would like to improve their English to be used in their daily life. So you can watch it, you can subscribe, you can like it, and also you can share it with your friends. And if you want more information about our institute, you can visit our Facebook page, getting all the details, contact us, pay us a visit, and you will see something amazing for sure. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I do appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to meeting you again next time. Bye-bye.